Good morning or good afternoon, whichever it is for you right now. I bet you didn't think that you would still have me teaching your lesson even if I wasn't here. But today we are working on converting customary units of weight. Yesterday we looked at converting customary units of length. And today we're going to see how it's pretty much the same thing, except for now we're going to be looking under the weight and mass section on your mathematics chart. Before we get started with that though, we need to know our vocabulary. What is weight? So go ahead and fill this in with me on your notes recording sheet. So weight, as you learned last year in 4th grade, is the force with which the object is pulled vertically downward by gravity. Gravity is the big key word here. With which the object is pulled down vertically downward by gravity. Okay, so make sure you have that in your notes with you. Okay. So weight is the force with which the object is pulled vertically downward by gravity. Okay. The next thing on your mathematics chart, you want to find where it's talking about weight and mass. We see it's over around the middle of your mathematics chart. This week we're focusing on customary measurement. So go ahead and fill in how many tons equals blank pounds. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Okay, so go ahead and fill that in on your recording sheet. Now we're going to look at some examples. We're going to start with a simple one. So for A, we've got that 3 tons equals blank pounds. Okay, so we're going to be using, yesterday we looked at making a diagram as well as making a T-chart or a table. We're going to go ahead and make a table. So whatever units I've got here are going to be the units that start out in my table. So if I've got tons and pounds, my table is going to be tons and pounds. Well, then I have to look at my mathematics chart. Where do you see tons and pounds equaling each other? You see that 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So you're going to fill that in. You're always going to start with what you know. What you know comes off of your mathematics chart. Okay. Now let's go ahead and extend our table. If I have 2 tons, that would be 4,000 pounds. 3 tons, now I'm adding 2,000 every time, or to get from tons to pounds, I'm going to multiply. 1 times what equals 2,000? Times 2,000. So if I use that rule here, 3 times 2,000, that equals 3 times 2 is 6, and I got 1, 2, 3 zeros. Equals 6,000, so that plugs back in here. 3 tons is the same as 6,000 pounds. Let's go ahead and look at our next example. We've got 128 ounces is equal to blank pounds. Okay, same thing. Whatever our unit starts with is what we're starting our table with. So if I've got ounces here and pounds down here. Well, looking at your mathematics chart, where do you see pounds and ounces equaling each other? You see that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So if we extend our table down this way, I've got 2 pounds is equal to how many ounces? Well, let's go ahead and start making our list of 16s. 16 plus 16. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1, 2, 3. So 16, that's 1. 32, that's 2. 32. So 32 ounces. Okay, if I go next, 3 pounds. Got to add another 16. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 48 is 3 pounds. Now once I get going, I'm not going to just keep on doing my list. You could, but that also might take you a while. So if I know 128 ounces, I'm going to plug that in under ounces. So 128 goes here. So I'm trying to find how many pounds that is. Well, let's look to see what our relationship is. To get from ounces to pounds, my smaller unit to my larger unit, I'm going to divide by 16. So 128 divided by 16. Let's see what that is. 128 divided by 16. How many times can 16 go into 1? 0 times. It doesn't fit. How many times does 16 go into 12? Again, 0 times. So now we are looking at it. How many times can 16 go into 128? As we can see over here, we need to keep adding on to our list. So if I add 16, 8 plus 6 is 14, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4. We can keep going. 16, 6 plus 4 is 10, 6, 7, 8. That is 5 of them. Got to keep going. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. That's 6 pounds. Add 16 more. 6 plus 6 is 12. 9, 10, 11. That's 7 pounds. Add another pound. 6 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. And then you've got 1. That gives you 8 pounds. So we see that 16 goes into 128 8 times. 16 times 8 is 128. And you've got 0 remainder. So that means that 128 ounces is equal to, the 128 ounces is equal to your 8 pounds. So this time we used to division to get that. Okay, going on to C, we're starting to get a little bit more tricky because we see that we've got 3 3/4 pounds equals blank ounces. Well, we have to figure out what this 3 3/4 pounds means. We know what 3 pounds means, but what does this 3/4 pounds mean? So let's go ahead and figure that out first. So we're going to take apart to see what the 3/4 pounds means. Let's go ahead and first look at our mathematics chart and see what we know. If we're going from pounds to ounces, our mathematics chart says that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Okay? Well, we need to figure out what 3/4 of that is. What's 3/4 of 16? I always like to draw a picture. So drawing a picture, let's draw our pound. Our pound, which is 16 ounces. Well, if we're breaking it into fours, because my denominator is 4, we're going to break it into 4 equal parts. Because I want to know what 3/4 of those parts are. So I've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Well, we need to figure out how many ounces that is. To figure it out, 16, it's divided into 4 equal groups. So 16 divided by 4, I know is 4. So each fourth is 4 ounces. If I'm looking at 3 of them, that's 4, 8, 12 ounces. So 12 ounces is the same thing as 3/4 of a pound. So I could write 3 3/4 pounds is the same thing as 3 pounds, 12 ounces. I know that sounds kind of confusing, but writing fractions is just another way of writing it this way. They equal the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we can go back to solve the problem. So far, we've just figured out what the 3/4 means. So we need to figure out how many ounces are 3 pounds and 3/4 of a pound. So let's go ahead and go back to our T-chart. Knowing what I know, 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So 2 pounds is equal to 32 ounces. 3 pounds is equal to 48 ounces. Okay. So I've done my 3 here. I found my 3. So I'm going to stop there. I've done my 3 pounds. Now I've got to figure out my 3/4 of a pound. Well, I found that 3/4 of a pound is 12 ounces. So I'm going to add that 12 ounces. Because I'm not adding a full pound. I'm only adding part of a pound now. 8 plus 2 is 10. I got 4, 5, 6. So 3 pounds. 3 pounds plus 3/4 of a pound, which is the same thing as 12 ounces, is equal to then 60 ounces. Okay, on this problem again, we have a combination of tons and pounds to begin with. 2 tons, 463 pounds. Now in this one, it's not a fraction, so we don't have to break apart that fraction quite yet. All we're going to do is we got to figure out tons and pounds is what we're looking at. So looking at your mathematics chart, I see that 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So that's how I'm going to make my table. If 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds, 2 tons equals 4,000 tons. So looking at my 2 tons here, and I've matched my 2 tons here, so I've done that part. I can stop. But I can't leave out my 463 pounds. I've done my 2 tons, but I can't leave out my 463 pounds, so I need to add that in. 4,000 pounds plus 463 pounds. 3 plus 0 is 3. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 0 is 4. And then I've got 4,000. So I've included my 2 tons. I've included my 463 pounds. And I get that it is equal to 4,463 pounds. Now let's go ahead and look at it in a word problem format. Miss Fujimoto's dog ate 5 pounds 2 ounces of dog food in one day. How many ounces of dog food did Miss Fujimoto's dog eat? So let's go ahead and create our T-chart for that. I know that 5 pounds, writing down what I know, 5 pounds 2 ounces, and I'm looking for how many ounces. So looking at your mathematics chart, where do you see pounds and ounces equaling each other? You see that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So let's go ahead and create our T-chart from there. Again, like the last 2 problems, what we know is a combination of pounds and ounces. So let's do our pounds first. I want to get to 5 pounds. 2 pounds is equal to 32 ounces. Now, what's my relationship? To get from pounds to ounces, I'm multiplying by 16. So if I have 5 pounds, I'm going to do 5 times 16 to figure out how many ounces. 16 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 80 ounces. So that takes care of the 5 pounds. Now that I've done the 5 pounds, I got to go back and take care of the 2 ounces. 5 pounds equals 80 ounces plus 2 ounces, so 8 in the tens place. It gives me 82 ounces. 5 pounds 2 ounces is equal to 82 ounces. Now that you've had plenty of practice, once you're done going through this Nearpod presentation, you're going to turn it over and show me what you can do on your own. Good luck. Use your mathematics chart, use your strategies, make a diagram, make a table, and I know that you can do it.